do I recommend doing a clarity call, or a strategy call, or a sales call before you actually decide to work with your hypnotherapy clients? Absolutely yes. You definitely never, ever want to work with just any old person who comes along. Now, I've made videos about this before, and this is what I mean about not putting your prices on your website, okay? But also you don't want to allow people to book your actual therapeutic sessions on your website. You want to talk to everybody. Now, it goes beyond just doing the proper strategy call, getting paid at the end, having the right price, the right niche, and all that sort of stuff I won't get into today. But in addition to doing a proper strategy call, where you can learn what's happening with your clients, you can understand where they are, where they want to go, you can gauge their willingness to open up about their problem, which will then tell you how willing they'll be open, how willing they will be to be open during the session. These are called looking for red flags. And also knowing their motivation. If you get really good at this, you can actually start to do some of the therapy on the phone call. That's quite an advanced strategy. I'm going to teach you that today. But you know, the students we teach this to in our more advanced courses, they're actually doing some of the therapy on the strategy course. So by the time a client shows up, they're already 90% therapized anyway. That's why the results are so quick. But again, we won't get into that today. But along with the strategy call and the clarity call, you also want to have a survey. Okay, a couple of things happen here. The only thing I'm going to have on my website just for now is a way to book a call with me. Okay, and that was when I was a therapist as well. What I need them to do is follow the instructions, follow the small little hoops that I want to jump them through, because I want to gauge their willingness and motivation to get to their end result. If my client doesn't want to book a call, doesn't want to fill out a survey, what do you think is going to happen if they were to show up as a paying client? They're going to be pretty hard to work with, okay? If a client just messages me or calls me and says, hey, Scott, what are your prices? And I say, well, I can't tell you those. Let's do a call. And they're not willing to do that call to find the prices. That's another red flag. And I'll leave those people alone. I'm looking for the people that go through these small little increments, these little exercises, because it not only shows me the motivation, but I need to know who this person is. So by them booking a call, going through the survey, I can go through the survey questions and I can start to see who this person really is. Are they motivated? What's their why? What's the reason? Where they blocked? Why can't they give up this thing on their own? You know, why should I want to work with them? These are all different survey questions that we have, but I recommend you use, guys. And I'm looking for any red flags or any bad attitude. If I see a bad survey filled out, or the survey is not filled out the way I want it to be, I have no problems canceling that call, because it's a red flag that'll show up later. But I'm looking for someone to fill out a really good survey in a lot of detail, which shows their motivation. Then from the survey, they go over to book a strategy call. Okay. From the strategy call, the day of the strategy call, I want them to show up 5 to 10 minutes early. It's another thing I'm looking for. And if they're early, I know they're motivated. If they're late with excuses, that's another red flag. And I'm going to do my best to stop that call or even cancel it just then and there, because they couldn't follow those simple instructions. I'm looking for people to be able to not only see what it's going to be like to work with them later on as an actual paying client, but I also want to, for quote unquote, funnel away people that are going to be a pain in the backside and be very hard to work with, okay? I need someone to be able to follow those instructions, because the therapy I'm going to go through can sometimes be painful. They maybe have to talk about things they don't want to talk about. They're going to have to open up about maybe some of their biggest, darkest secrets they don't want to tell everybody else. But if it's necessary for their therapeutic breakthrough, it's necessary for their therapeutic breakthrough. And the survey will funnel away the wrong people. A good strategy call will funnel away the right people as well. And I'm looking for that small percentage of really good clients. I do not, and neither should you guys, expect to have to work with everybody. Just because someone's got the money to be able to have a breakthrough with you doesn't mean you should work with them. Okay. You don't want to be at their beck and call. You want to be the other way around. Your client should need you more than you need them. This is a total mindset shift. This is really looking at your business as well. The students that we have that are doing 10s, 20s, 30, 40, 50 grand a month are working with less clients in a year than other therapists and coaches are trying to get clients in that month. Okay. It's crazy, because they're trying to work with everybody at low prices in bad niches. Again, that's a whole nother video on itself, but you definitely want to do strategy calls with everybody. Do not allow someone to book with you because you have no idea who they are. Could you imagine, even if someone wanted to pay you $1,500 to quit smoking, then they turned up on the day and they're an absolute asshole? You're stuck with them. It's too late. You either have to do the session, stop the session and refund them. It gets very, very messy. I want to know pretty much everything about that person, from the survey to the strategy call. So by the time they show up, I feel like I already know this person. A lot of the work is done. We know as therapists that for someone to say yes to book a therapy session with you, that requires a lot of motivation. You're a complete stranger Okay. Don't allow just anybody to show up, because you end up going to get more bad clients than good clients. By the time they show up, you should know that person. They should be partly therapized. The motivation shouldn't be an issue. You should know a lot of their deepest, darkest secrets because you've asked them on the strategy call. So by the time they show up for the actual therapy, and I guarantee they'll show up early because they're motivated, they'll pay in full, no questions, no objections, they're going to be golden clients. And it's these clients you want to look for. So yes, do a strategy call. Make sure you've got a survey. Learn how to read that survey. Look for any red flags. Don't be scared to say no to people. Don't be scared to cancel the call. You don't have to give them a reason why. Just cancel it and then move on with your day. You're in charge, guys, not your clients.